Assalamualaikum and good day to you. We are students of CS240, Bachelor of Information Technology for course code MAT415, Discrete Mathematics, Group RCS2403A, Group number 3. In this video, we are going to explain on two topics, permutations and combinations and the use of quantifiers. These are our group members. There are 4 of us. The first one is Muhammad NAZMI bin ROSLI. The second is myself, Siti Sarah binti Muhammad ESHA. The third one is NURIN FARHANA binti Muhammad HAMIDI. And the last one is WAHEEDA binti ROSLI. So let's start with permutations and combinations. There are 5 contents that we are going to cover. The first is introduction of permutation, problem statement and solution, introduction of combination, problem statement and solution, and lastly is conclusion. Let's start with permutations. So what is permutation? In mathematics, permutation is a mathematical technique that determines the number of possible arrangements in a set when the order of the arrangements matters. So when do we use permutations? Permutation is used for the list of data where the order of the data matters. For example, arranging people, digits, number, alphabets, letters, and colors. Now we look at problem statement and problem solutions. The question asks, determine the number of ways so that the letters in the word titiwangsa can be arranged if all the vowels must be together. In the word titiwangsa, it has 10 letters. It also has 4 vowels, which is 2 I's and 2 A's. And these 4 vowels should always come together. These 4 vowels can be grouped and considered as single letter, that is TTWNGS, and IIAA is the vowels that will be considered as a single or one vowel. So we can assume the total letters is 7. But in these 7 letters, the word T occurs twice, and the rest of the letters are different. To solve this question, we need to find the number of ways to arrange these letters. The 7 is 7 letters that we already consider the vowels as a single letter. So we factorial and we divide it with the T letter that occurs twice because it is not a vowels. And then the answer will become 2,520 ways. Next, we find the number of ways to arrange the vowels among themselves. So the vowels has 4. So 4 factorial divide with 2 factorial times 2 factorial. This 2 factorial is the number of times it occurs, which is I's and A. There are 2I and 2A. So the answer would be 6. Hence, the required number of ways would be 2,520 ways times with 6 ways. So the final answer will be 15,480 ways. Next, I will pass to NAZMI to explain on the combinations.
Okay, thank you to our team member Siti Sarah for explaining about the permutation. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad NAZMI bin ROSLI. Okay, right now I will present about the combination part of the slide, and I will talk to you about the meaning of combination and the use of the combination in the real life. Okay, right now I will introduce to you what is the combination and also use of the combination. So basically, combination is a way of selecting the object or the number from the group of the collection in the such way that the order of the object or the item do not matter or important. For example, arranging a letter A with the B same as arranging a letter with the B with the A. So basically in the combination, those two arrangement are the same. That basically contra of the permutation, that the arrangement is a matter and all important. So next, the use of the combination. Combinations are basically used for the group of the data where the order do not matter. So if you get the question that come with the collection of the many items like the food, clothes, menu, theme, and so on, that the order are not important. So basically, that is one of the combination question. Okay, I will continue with the problem statement and the problem solution. The problem statement is to find the number of the community that can be formed if the community must consist of more than 2 boys from the class that consists of 6 boys and 14 girls. So for the solution, we'll have 3 options. Because from the question, we'll know that the community must consist of more than 2 boys. So for the first option, we can select 5 men that equal to C5 times by 40 C0. And so for the second option, we can select 4 men and 1 woman equal to 6 C4 times by 40 C1. And for the last option, we can select 3 men and 2 women equal to 6 C3 times by 40 C2. And then for the total number of the way equal to the 6 C5 times by 40 C0 plus by C4 times by 40 C1 plus by C3 times by 40 C2, and we'll get 2036. In conclusion, we can conclude that the permutation and the combination are principles of counting using invariable situation. Permutation are used when the order is matter, while the combination is used when the order do not matter. Permutation are used to arrange the sequence of a thing. Meanwhile, the combination are used to find how many possible groups can be formed. In the real life, permutation formula are used for arranging the number, allocating the pin code, and setting up the password. Meanwhile, the combination formula are used when selecting the team member, choosing the food menu, and drawing lottery. Therefore, permutation and the combination are important and closely related to daily life. So, that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, I am WAHEEDA and NURIN will present about topic 2, which is the use of quantifier. First is introduction of quantifier for all and that exist. Second is problem statement and solution, and last is conclusion for both quantifier. Quantifier are words that refer to quantities such as some or all and tell for how many elements are given. Predicate is true. Quantities is used to quantify the variable of predicate. It contains a formula which is a type of statement of true value may depend on value of some variable. When we assign a fixed value to a predicate, then it becomes a proposition. There are 2 types of quantifier, which is universal quantifier and existential quantifier. The symbol V means for all or for any, while the symbol E means that exists.
For quantifier, there is 2, universal and essential. For universal, this is the symbol for universal. This means for all. When universal becomes true, when Px is true for every x in the domain. When become false, when there is an x in the domain for which Px is false. This is the function for universal. For essential, this is the symbol for essential. This means there exists when essential become true, when there is an x in the domain for which Px is true. When the essential become false, when Px is the false for every x in the domain. So there is the function formula for essential. Okay, next for problem statement and problem solution. Quantifier for all. This is the question given the following open statement by considering the universe consists for all integer. This is the first px x power of 2 plus cx plus x equal to 0. This is function 2qx. Qx is less than 0 and Rx, x is even number. Determine the true value of the following statement, hence provide example for counter example to your answer. NAZMI refer to for all x is xs is combined to px. For the solution, first we for the function ps we factorize the linear x power of 2 plus cx plus x equal to 0. We can get x equal to -2 and x equal to -4. This means when we replace the -4 and -2 into the x, we can get a 0. So this function become true. So we back to the question qx combined to px. So qx is x less than 0. We get x -2 and x -4. This means x is less than 0 is true. So qx for the question is true. We combine to the px. Px the answer become when we replace it become 0. So also true. So both -2 and -4 for every function become true. So when q combined with p was true.
Now, I will continue the there exists quantifier. Okay, let's go. Next is an example of a question about the exists taken from the partial question. Let we see and do it together. Given the following open statement by considering the universe consists of all integer. This is the fx functions. Qx x smaller than 0. Rx is even number. Determine the true value of the following statement. Hence, the provide example or counter example to your answer. This means the answer is either true or false based on the question given. This is the questions. E is the there exists x px or Rx conditional qx. Based on the statement, this is a px functions. Px x is smaller than 0. Rx is an even number. This is a px function. We have to factor this function and get the answer. There is x equal to -2, x is equal to -4. Rx is an even number. X equal to -2 and x equal to -4 were even number. This is because we take the px answer into the Rx. R, we take the -2 and get the -2, and R same to the -4, R -4, and we get the -4. Like the statement say, the Rx is an even number, so the -2 and -4 is a even number. Hence, Px or Rx is true. This is because Px x is more than 0. The answer of Px function is x equal to -2, x equal to -4. So, both are smaller than 0. Same to the Rx. Rx is even number. The -2 and the -4 is even number. So, the Px is true. Rx is true. When true or true, then we get the true. The answer of the question is true.
Okay, for the conclusion, quantifier are words, expressions, and phrase refer to quantities of elements that a statement pertains to, such as some or all. It tells how many elements a given predicate is true. It is used to express the quantities without giving an exact number. Universal quantifier, this is the symbol, means for all. Is a statement that all of the elements of a given set satisfy a property. Essential quantifier, this symbol means there exists. Is a statement that at least one element exists that satisfies a certain property. Therefore, quantifier plays a huge role in a logical statement in mathematics. That's all.
These are the references that we use on producing this video. Thank you.